Christmas. Well, let's take a look at the naughty and nice list. Well, let's see here. There's Sonny, and there's Deb, and even Eddie made the list too. Well, let's look at the naughty list. Well, there's Billy and Greg. If you think you're on the naughty list, stop by Rick Davis Gold and Diamonds and get 70% off select merchandise in the store. Rick Davis Gold and Diamonds, 5301 Brainerd Road, Chattanooga.
Cougar Radio 92.7.
Well, good morning. It's the Breakfast Blitz with Leffew and friends. But today's edition is just the Breakfast Blitz with friends and no benefits. We're in here on a Saturday morning, and we're glad to have you along wherever you may be. I'm Sam Jordan, along with
Jason Kirk.
And we're here to talk about sports in general. And we want to open the phone lines up at 423-800-8949. Keon Rose will be joining us, I believe, here in a little bit after he gets through with his previous duties overnight at his other job. He's a working fool.
He is. 2 jobs. Imagine that.
Yeah. And Nick is somewhere in Mississippi.
And no, he's in Atlanta.
Or Atlanta, that's right. I remembered seeing the picture of him and his beautiful girlfriend, Em, down there eating dinner on his birthday yesterday. So happy birthday. 28 years old. Nick Leffew turned yesterday. So it's like when he said about not being here, it's like, it's your birthday. Why not? So we're here.
This is the second time, though, he's called out.
Yeah, I mean, considering, he's been with the show since I think about May, June, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
So he needs a break once in a while.
He's all the time on break.
He's another Keon where he has a regular full-time job and then comes in here and has fun talking about sports, which is always fun.
That's right. He doesn't stay here like you or myself.
Yeah. Even yesterday, I went away, left Wednesday night to head to the homeland of Arkansas and got to spend time with my siblings and other close family friends and got to see my second mama yesterday, Carrie McPherson. She's 85 years old. She was my mom's best friend. She dressed me at the hospital to bring me home. And actually, she brought me home. And so I got to stop and see her yesterday. And it was like, we just seen each other yesterday. It was literally that, but I won't tell you the name that she called me because even my siblings and everybody else that I ran into, except for a few exceptions, was calling me this particular name. And it's like, you know what? Anybody else, I probably would have said, no. That's not my name. But
now this makes us want to drive to Arkansas and see exactly what they call you. But see if it's any worse than what you called around here.
No.
Well, how was your Thanksgiving though, Sam?
Wasn't too bad. I mean, I had cooked the ham. My one sister, she made the turkey and the pies and the potatoes, and I offered to do more than just doing the ham and everything, but it was a pretty good meal. We had a house full, and considering I'm the 13th of 14 kids, it was a house full. We didn't have everybody there, thankfully.
I would say that is a house full.
And then when you've got each of my siblings, with my one oldest brother being the exception, having just one kid, everybody else is either 2 to 4 kids. Me, I'm the exception. I've got 6 boys.
Wow.
But they weren't there or anything like that. So, but it was a house full.
It would have been a logistical issue, get them all down from Pennsylvania.
Oh, yeah. Well, considering, yes. Well, I got one in Arizona, but he's on a flight this morning to Australia.
That's right. He's going on vacation.
Yeah. Well, no, he's not on vacation. No, it's a working trip. So,
Well, what are we doing wrong?
Yeah, I know. At least I get to fly free with American, anywhere that American goes. So that's one benefit, for being the dad. But, it's just one of those things. I mean, we got to swap a lot of stories and stuff. And, it kind of flew by. And so, I'm hoping to make another trip over there after the first of the year. I made a deal with Beth. I said, all right, let's go to my family's
We will call
area
Beth to confirm this.
And then Christmas, we're going to Pennsylvania. We'll probably also be making a little side trip into New York State to go see my fifth son, who's in his first year of college. And he didn't even get to go home because he's on the wrestling team at Sunny Jamestown. And they actually have a tournament that they're in this weekend. So he didn't even get to go home. And home is like 30 minutes away.
Oh, wow.
So that was how much that they were practicing. He's a heavyweight and everything. And so coach wanted to put in a little extra time. And they actually had a Thanksgiving meal for everybody there at the school. So
you can't beat that. At least we had turkey and dressing.
Yeah. So how about yours?
It was good. Family was in. We had a very low key, nonchalant. We had some turkey, and then we went and did a little Black Friday, pre-Black Friday shopping. It was a low key event. I hid out mainly.
I got a funny story. We were in my hometown of Conway, Arkansas, and so Beth, she wants to go shopping early, and the stores didn't open up till 6:00 Central Time, and so. That's like, do we have to be there right at 6? Well, no, take a little time. All right. So we leave my one sister's house and we go down the mountain and we get to one of the 3 Walmarts that are in my hometown. And as soon as we get to the front door of this particular Walmart, we see Conway Police Department's finest. Yep. Luckily, the lid was on.
Yeah, not like I just did in the break room a while ago. It spilled that Pepsi everywhere.
And Conway Police has got like 6 people out there handcuffed, couple without their shirts on. Because a fight broke out inside the store.
This is an Arkansas adventure. No shirts, handcuffed.
Well, I mean, probably got ripped off. I mean, you could see scratches on these people. I mean, it's like a free-for-all. And it's like, not because it was in Arkansas, but it's like, at Walmart, really?
Yeah, we went to the one out here in Lookout Valley. Like you said, everything started at 6.
Yeah.
And, I told the family, look, let's get out there about 4. So that way you can just walk around, get your stuff, put it in the buggy, and we don't have to fight the crowds. We got there, no issues. Pulled up, though, CPD was everywhere. Everywhere.
Yeah.
And not because of anything like what you went through, but they were, just providing security. And ours was just very low key. I mean, we went there, got everything we needed. We were done in probably 30 minutes, and then we had to stand and wait for another hour and a half for the registers to open. So,
well, I mean, the thing, we went back into the middle section there, and we were looking at little kids because I've got a lot of grandkids that are between 2 and 8 years old. So, we're see these pajama bottoms. It's got the different superheroes, Batman and Spider-Man, and all that stuff, and Beth specifically tells me, do not move, stay right here, and I'm going to go just a little bit over.
Let me guess, you didn't listen.
I did listen because I was fearful of my life.
That's just true.
And then all of a sudden, Beth came back over where she was right next to me. And this woman had the audacity and the bravery to come right between us. And Beth like, excuse me, do you not see me standing here going through stuff? Well, I just need this. You can wait. And it's like, oh no, we're going to be outside with the CPD.
Yep. I heard a couple of those out of my wife too. So luckily I just walked off. I was like, look, there's stuff I want. I'm not going to deal with this. If she gets snotty with somebody, it's not me.
But, the one thing I said to Beth there right after that happened is like, do we need bail money? And she says, why? And it's like, okay, never mind, moving right along. And speaking of, I thought we were a sports show, but we digressed.
Well, and speaking of, I had the privilege of babysitting your dog.
Yes.
He's a very nice member of the Jordan family, by the way.
Only nice one.
He gave me no issues at all.
Especially when we need to go pee and poop.
That's right. And that would be nice too. If someone got me out of a cage, take me to the bathroom, that'd be great too. Now, before we get into sports though, today is Small Business Saturday.
Yes.
And you're going to be out and about
everywhere. Yes.
And
I have done so much traveling and now I'm going to do more traveling. Beginning at 1:00 today, we're going to kick off our Small Business Saturday because, I mean, we don't want to really interfere with the Breakfast Blitz. We don't want to interfere with We've Got You Covered Radio with Scott and Michelle, and then with Mortgage Sense with Kevin and Beth. Not my Beth. The other Beth. So we figured, well, we wait till 1:00. We can interrupt Hannity. We can interrupt the others. We're going to start out at Rick Davis Golden Diamonds at 1:00. Then we're going to go over to the North Shore to Adventure Sports Innovations.
That's a cool place.
It is. I'm not what you call a millennial or a yuppie, but I'm just on the end of Generation X, okay? Because of when I was born in 1966.
Close enough.
Yeah, almost as much. But anyway, if you like virtual reality, not everybody's into it, but I tell you what, even if you're a person of my age in their early 50s, I think you'd get a kick out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Because you still got a little bit, you want to be that 20-something-year-old and try to be hip yet. They've got all kinds of interesting toys. I mean, it's not a toy per se, but when you've got a bicycle on surfboards, basically.
Yes, I've seen a lot of this down at Coolidge Park. A lot of that stuff is cool.
Adventure Sports Innovations is the only place that you can get those and be able to go down and ride the river or the lake, whatever you want to call it.
It's actually a river through there.
Yeah.
And I remember when they first opened up, we had them here at Nooga Radio.
Yeah, I had them on my show.
Yeah, that's right. So
they've got that. They've got a virtual reality, I think 1 or 2 of those rooms. And then they've got some, I guess it'd be like a buggy in a way. They haven't gotten them to where they're street legal yet. I know that Patrick and his staff are in the process of making them street legal to where you can take them all over Chattanooga. Right now, you just got an area out along the river that you can take these things. They'll basically go anywhere. They're like an all-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive / UTV type of a thing. But you're using pedal power to do this. And so they're kind of neat. Then they've got, when we did the Gridiron Game show over at Starbucks at 10 North on the North Shore earlier in the season and about midway through the season, Jesse, and I'm trying to think of her boyfriend's name.
Former boyfriend?
No, current.
Oh.
Or maybe it was Alex.
Could have been
Alex and Aiden? Miles, okay. They came over with this little scooter.
Oh, that's right. I remember this.
And
this is the one that
and one of our coworkers, Jen, tried to ride this. She did okay. And they were trying to get me to no, I got to worry about the show, But I do
the lamest excuse ever, Sam.
I know. But, and I do try things, I've been bull poker before and actually won, which was probably my most death-defying moment with a live bull coming out of a chute. And I'm sitting out there in this plastic card table and plastic chairs. And
dressed up as a clown?
No.
You sure?
Just in regular garb. And I actually won. The other 3 bailed before I did. And was
this before you were married to Beth or after?
Before.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. This was when I was at the racetrack up in Central PA. And so, watching them, Keon, I think, got on it and tried it out. Nick, I don't think did.
No, Nick is, he's safe.
Yeah.
He's kind of big like I am.
But Keon,
we don't adventure outside of things. We know we're going to hurt ourselves.
But Keon, I mean, he did a heck of a job. I'm watching him going through the parking lot and everything with the scooter, because once you kick off to get it going and everything, you go coasting and gliding for quite a ways and everything. And it's like they also got those.
I can see Keon's hair blowing in the wind too.
But they also have this thing where you basically got to balance how you go forward.
Yeah, like single ball.
Yeah. And it's like, I don't know if I can handle that one. I'd try it, but they have that and a lot of other neat things. And what's the ones that some of them they've taken off the market because of catching on fire.
The hoverboards.
The hoverboards. Thank you. Now they have something similar to that that's a lot better, how it's made and everything, and it's a lot safer. And it's like
less chance of catching on fire.
Right. They've improved the technology and everything. But Adventure Sports Innovations, they're on the North Shore. They've got some neat gadgets. And hopefully when we're there this afternoon at 2:00, we'll talk to Patrick and his wonderful staff, about the different things. I mean, it's really interesting. Out of all the stops, this is the one,
that's the one you're excited
that
about.
I'm actually, I think what I'm going to try to do, and this is almost like when we had the waterfront triathlon where I'm on the bike for the first time in 20-some years. I think I'm going to try it and see what I can do.
The day before, that was a fun day.
Oh,
we
yeah.
lost.
We lost a brand new canopy.
We lost a brand new canopy. I got soaked. You got soaked. We all got.
Well,
that was a fun
I
day.
felt bad for Jen because she's trying to hold on.
Water comes down her back.
And even the boss man was there. And, he's short as a peanut and
Penguin
and a peanut.
Yeah.
And he's trying to hold on to two of them because we had them together. Jen's over there on the left of me on the one side. Boss is over on the top side, and I'm over on the back side trying to hold on to this. And the way that the canopy, the one that got destroyed,
the white one, I remember it.
The white one, it never been used before. And all the water is just rolling right into Jen. It's like,
I remember that water was cold.
And it was very cold. But
when we tuck the other tarp or canopy down to the wings over Georgia, you can see the damage because it's the first time we pulled it out since.
Yeah. But, so Adventure Sports Innovation will be at 2:00. And then at 3:00, we'll be at Massage Envy at Hamilton Place. 4:00, we'll be at Rico's Pizza, an Italian restaurant up in Saudi.
See, you're just going to do that so you can eat.
They actually have good food. That's where we had our Christmas party last year.
Well,
was at Rico's.
Well,
you weren't with us.
No. I was still in the world of cell phone repair last Christmas.
And then at 5:00, we'll be at Massage Envy at Hickson. And 6:00, we'll wrap that one up with Ohana Hibachi and Seafood. So I get 2 restaurants today. Yeah.
And I get to sit here all day and go. I get to be.
Yeah. You'll be delightfully enchanting. But
let me get this right.
Not been.
Let me get this right. I get hoodooed out of 2 restaurants the same way I got hoodooed out of the Starbucks drinks of the week all season. I quit. I'm done.
Not unless I come back and let you go to Ohana or go to Rico's. You want to go to Saudi? I tell you what, both are great restaurants. Ohana Hibachi and Seafood just opened up
they're
here
new. I was gonna say
within the last 2 months. Benny and Lindsay, great people. They have, and I'm a connoisseur of food in every sense of the word. I've judged food before.
He's not lying.
No,
he's not.
That's why I got up to 312, and I'm just getting back into the mid 250s. But I'm telling you what,
I can't
go there.
I'm a connoisseur of food too.
They've got some great Chinese food, but they have fried fish, catfish that is fresh. They've also got wings, fried chicken wings. The kind that you eat, you can have the different flavors. And, chicken wings is chicken wings. No. These are good, meaty chicken wings.
Oh.
And you're not paying a whole lot. When you go there to Ohana's, you get A plateful.
And where are they located at?
If you know where Highway 58 Liquor is.
Oh, well,
Right after the Food City there on Route 58 in that next plaza.
We call them highways around here, not routes.
Oh, Highway 58. It's in that little shopping center. Also, United Food Outlets in there.
Okay. I know
there's also
it's up there on the right.
It's on the right as you're heading
going
toward
out toward
Harrison Bay.
I know
or
exactly
if you're going toward Chat Central.
Right past White Cyclone Marine on the left.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Well past that.
Yep.
And the new Speedway and all that other stuff.
That's right.
But they give you some great portions. I ate there Tuesday.
Every day this week.
Yes, Tuesday. And I tell you what, I wasn't hungry the rest of the day because I was stuffed. I mean, and
that's why we didn't hear anything out of you on Tuesday. You went home, took a nap.
No. No.
Stuffed and went home, went to bed.
This week was a short week and it was busy.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, you really get great portions and the pricing is inexpensive as can be.
So when we come back for the next segment, we'll talk about sports.
Yeah, we might.
High school playoff action was in full effect last night.
Yes. With what teams we have left. We'll do that in a moment on the Breakfast Blitz on Nooga Radio.
Traffic, news, and information. Nooga Radio. Digital FM 95.3 HD4 and 92.7 FM.
3, 2, 1.
Chatter, Nooga Radio. Digital FM 95.3 HD4. 92.7 FM's news now.
The Tri-County Fire Department responding to a fire in an apartment building in Collegedale on Thanksgiving. Reports say a microwave oven burst into flames on the third floor of the apartment building. Thankfully, nobody was hurt. Definitely not the best way to start a Thanksgiving. Thousands of people turned out for the Grateful Gobbler Walk Run, the annual event Thanksgiving morning in Coolidge Park. Race co-director Betsy McCright told WTVC that all proceeds go toward the McClellan Shelter for Families, which provides meals and job training to homeless families. The yearly goal of the event is to raise more than $200,000. And Judge Barry Steelman says voter turnout was unprecedented in the midterms. Says over 130,000 people showed up to vote in Hamilton County for the early vote and over 190,000 the day of voting. Steelman said his office had a supply of extra ballots just in case the county ran out. Val St. John for Nooga Radio News Talk 92.7 Action News now.
David Toulis, I made the move 1 o'clock every weekday afternoon, 1 till 3, Nooga Radio.
92.7 Nooga Radio, Chattanooga weather.
Expect a cloudy, foggy, and wet start to your Saturday, but it'll dry out through the day with decreasing afternoon cloud, highs upper 50s. Tonight, mostly clear, lows near 40. For Sunday, morning sunshine, mild highs near 65. Late clouds, a few showers tomorrow night, colder for Monday. For lunch or dinner, come to Guthrie's, home of the original golden fried delicious chicken finger with their special world famous sauce. Open daily, locations in Trenton, Signal Mountain, and Ringgold. Go get Guthrie's, it's always good. And I'm Sworn Gene 12 Chief Meteorologist Pat Report.
Nooga Radio 92.7.
Whether you have marginal, moderate, or even extensive hair loss, you don't have to live with it. Finally, there's a procedure that becomes a part of you, and it requires no daily maintenance or special care. Let Apollo Hair Systems give you a free hair and scalp analysis today. Call 423-803-1011 and schedule this free evaluation today. Open Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Friday and Saturday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Apollo Hair Systems, 5512 Ringgold Road in Chattanooga. 423-803-1011 for Apollo Hair Systems.
Even if you like your job, there are some things that can drive you nuts. Like the anonymous coward who steals your lunch from the break room fridge. Or maybe Tyler, the IT guy, who gives you that condescending look when you tell him that your computer is acting up again, as if somehow it's your fault. You put up with these clowns every single day. But what happens when you've had enough? That's the day you decide to retire. At least that's the hope, right? But will you be able to retire? Can you afford to retire? That's why you need to talk to Ron and Christy Adams at One Family Financial. They can't do anything about Cody, that moron who heats up fish in the microwave, but they can strategize with you on how to get the most out of your 401k or pension, how to grow your money without losing your shirt in the market, and how to help make your money last in retirement. Talk to Ron and Christy today about whether you'll be ready to retire when you finally had it with seeing Ethan walk out of the bathroom again without washing his hands. Gross. Call Ron and Christy Adams at One Family Financial. 423-710-2009. 423-710-2009.
Nuga Radio.
Roar into Talladega.
Hello? Who am I speaking with? Eric. You're our winner. Really?
You'll receive tickets for all 3 races between the Camping World Truck Series, Xfinity Series, and the Monster Energy Cup races.
Holy cow.
In addition, you'll receive a 2-night stay at the Microtel Hotel and restaurant accommodations at 2 area restaurants.
Nuga Radio.
Roar into Talladega.
Nuga Radio.
92.7.
Your NASCAR racing station. Nuga Radio 92.7 FM.
Nuga Radio. 92.7.
Listen to that. That's the sound of power and the call of the open road. That's the sound of the newly designed 2019 Indian Chieftain Limited. Yeah, Indian. It's more than a bike. It's an experience and an American icon. The place to find it, Indian Motorcycle of Chattanooga, along with their entire new 2019 line. The open road is calling. Answer the call. Go to Indian Motorcycle of Chattanooga. Just look for the sign on 153 and Amnicola. Indian Motorcycle, the true American original.
Nuga Radio, digital FM 95.3 HD4 and 92.7 FM knows your opinion is important. So call 800-8949. Agree or disagree? Call 423-800-8949. 800-8949. Nuga Radio, 92.7 FM and 95.3 HD4. News Talk Nuga Radio.
Martin Truex Jr. is off the pace and he is headed to the pit lane. Elliott Powers around the outside. Michael McDowell pops a right front tire. Here's Martin Truex to the bottom. Blaney blocks him off too. Meanwhile, Chase Elliott went 4 wide on the back straightaway. They're side by side for the lead.
Hear it live on Chattanooga's official NASCAR radio station.
Nuga Radio, 92.7 FM, 95.3 HD4.
The voice of NASCAR.
Nuga Radio.
Are you brain dead? Still voting for pathetic liberals? Take 3 hours of Sean Hannity from 3 to 6.
Nuga Radio.
Then call us in the morning between 9 and 11.
92.7.
Nuga Radio.
It's Breakfast Blitz with just friends today. Glad to have you along on this Small Business Saturday. We talked a little bit about that here before the end of the break. So make sure you join us here this afternoon from 1 till about 6:30 or so with various small businesses here in the Tennessee Valley. You know, it's the small business owners like these and others that keep our economy going. It's not always the Walmarts or the Targets or anything else like that, but I mean, you can still get some great deals at the various local small business owner locations. And American Express, they were looking for a way to not only help them, but also to increase their sales as well of using the credit card and everything. And the owner of American Express came up with this great idea, or at least that's what's been credited. And this is the 9th year for Small Business Saturday. It started in 2009 or 2010. And
so this will be the 8th year.
No, 9th year. 2010, 11, 12.
Math is hard.
Yes. And we've done it now here 2 years in a row with my previous stations that I owned up in the Northeast. We did it for, I think, about 3 or 4 years prior to that. And
if you're looking,
you always have fun.
That's right. If you're looking on the Facebook camera, you can see we've decorated the studio today with Small Business Saturday stuff.
So Jasanya did that, and we want to give her. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay,
I'm kidding.
So
but we've got the banners, we got the balloons up, we got the bag,
poster and a bag.
Yes. Yeah. So and we'll have various things that we will be when we're at the various locations. We'll be giving away. I think there's some bags,
there's some tote bags and stuff like that, pens. And
but
stuff.
It's a fun event, and hopefully you can go out and enjoy some great deals. It's not always after the turkey and after the football games on Thursday, or the police arresting people, or Black Friday, which Black Friday, I think, is just kind of fizzled because the big box retailers are opening up on Thanksgiving evening.
Yes,
wait till midnight.
Give me my turkey.
Yes.
I fought that mess.
Now, while we're talking, Thanksgiving, and I know that not everybody probably got to watch the football games.
Oh, goodness.
I was like surprised that Chicago beat Detroit. I thought it would be a little bit more of a closer game, but the Bears did well. And then I'm having to watch on my phone because where my sister lives out in the country, she didn't have cable for the Fox affiliate. So it's like, Beth says, what are you going to do about that? You always watch your Cowboys, which I do. And I get my phone out, my YouTube TV, and it worked out there. I was shocked, but it worked.
YouTube TV is wonderful, and I'll do a shameless plug for it. I've got
it. I
it.
will too. And it was like I'm watching Fox 16 out of Little Rock, and it's like, yes. And it was like a stalemate there for the first while. And then the Cowboys, they get on with the TD, and then here comes Washington coming back, and they tie it up. And then Cowboys, before the half, they go up with a field goal, which I don't know why they went for a field goal, because they were like not far away. They could have got that second score, but ended up it was 31-23 with my boys winning. And then the nightcap, and I'm trying to remember, I think it was
my
Saints.
My nightcap included Jack Daniels. That was my nightcap.
And Coke.
Yes. A little less Coke, though.
A little less Coke, okay.
Yeah. But no, that Saints and Falcons game, that was not bad at first.
Yeah.
And then the Saints just ran away with it. But, 31-17 Saints. And I'm a big fan of the city of New Orleans. And by proxy, I like the Saints.
Yeah.
Not as much as I do the Titans.
True.
But, I do like the Saints. So I'm glad they pulled that out.
The one thing that you can almost always be guaranteed of, generally the Detroit Lions and the Dallas Cowboys playing on Thanksgiving. Usually it was always the Cowboys and the Lions playing each other. Yep. And then the NFL and the TV networks said, hey, why don't we have a double header? Then it became a triple header. And so they tried to have one on Fox, one on NBC, one on CBS, and that's okay. NBC's really got the nice package because they've got the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, they got the dog show, and then they go into football.
And my father watched the dog show with excitement.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, you need something to drink over there, oh man? Or have you been drinking already, oh man? That was the next question.
He probably started the day before. But I think your mom probably started the day before that because of dealing with you and your father.
Yeah.
Could be.
Could be.
Yes. So we get our football excitement. Then on Friday, I got to listen to it. I didn't get to see it. My Razorbacks were playing Missouri. That was not pretty.
No.
My Hogs lost. Yeah, there's a lot of discontent in Arkansas, but they're going to give Chad Morris a little bit of time to try to right the ship over there in Fayetteville. But Reynolds Razorback Stadium just was not an exciting place to be. And then I'm listening on the radio on the way home. When we got on the road, the Razorback basketball team was playing University of Texas at Arlington, and known as the Mavericks. And I didn't realize that Arlington had a UT campus, but it does. And it was like UT Arlington was giving the basketball team a rough time. And then finally the Razorbacks started pulling away in the first half. And I'm assuming they went on to a pretty good victory. But, there was some high school football action going on last night. Now, if Nick is listening, which I think he is, knowing Nick,
he's not.
Oh, he's not?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, Close.
Say it again.
Whitwell.
Huh. It just got cold beneath me.
Yeah. Well,
it just
every time
over.
the boss is around, it gets cold beneath everybody.
No. No,
it's the opposite.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hell doesn't freeze over when he's here.
But
yeah, no, I mean that was
the Tigers.
Whitwell,
they won.
Yes.
They're in the championship game next Friday.
I listened to that game. I listened to that game last night, called by Chris Goforth and Heath Thacker. Man, it was an exciting game.
Yeah,
exciting.
So I mean, that was probably the one game that I had a little bit more interest in. I mean, Meigs County was also in it. I don't think there's many other teams from our immediate area,
but Whitwell won that game 24-31 over the defending champion, Greenback.
Oh yeah.
So that was one of our teams are going close enough to us to go.
No matter how the season ends next Friday for the Tigers, this will be 1 year that everyone of these seniors that are on the Tigers football team will remember that they went undefeated until the championship game. I mean, the motivation they've got right now is like, hey, let's finish the job. Let's go 14-0 and be done with it.
And then for our Red Bank family and friends, Upperman lost to Alcoa. So the guys that
I'm not surprised at that.
No, you did call it earlier in the year.
But I'm telling you, Alcoa, I mean, their only loss was to Maryville, which they ended up losing last night.
Yep. And
what was the score on that?
They went to Oakland and Murfreesboro and played the Oakland Patriots. They got blanked 38-0.
And, you know, Way Upperman played against Red Bank the previous week. I mean, I'm freezing my rear, and I even took a hoodie and I took my pullover that usually blocks a lot of wind, and I left it in the vehicle.
I was going to say, you had Nick beside you. There was still a lot of wind going on.
Yeah, I mean, even it was going past him toward me because of the camera crews that were in there in the press box. And it's like, when we got to halftime, I moseyed out to the parking lot and I came back with both of them on. It's like, yeah, I felt a little bit better, but you know, Red Bank though, I still think that, they have nothing to hold their heads down on because they played a spectacular year. And I wished we could have got that Red Bank Saudi game in. I think even though Red Bank would have probably won, I think that would have been a whale of a ball game. So I can't wait till 2019 for high school football to get back underway.
I'm ready. I'm already ready.
You know, I know we haven't finished 2018 yet, but high school football is probably one of the most purest sports there is out there. And we got a lot of good football teams around here. And there's some that are struggling right now, like the Walker Valleys,
Lookout Valleys, the Copper Basin.
Yeah, at least Copper Basin got a win.
That's right.
It wasn't an astonishing win, but it was a win. Then you've got other teams like Boyd Buchanan that, you know, has had good teams in the past. This year, not so great. But I tell you what, I mean, they haven't gave up. I mean, there's been games where Boyd Buchanan they jump out to that lead, and then all of a sudden, well, second quarter comes and then things fall apart. But, you know, everybody, they'll get it turned around.
Oh,
and, yeah, you're going to have some that'll struggle and everything. But, you know, Eastridge, you know, I thought was going to be in that similar boat. Man, they ended up winning, I think, 4 games during the season. And so the Pioneers, you know, they're looking pretty good. They got better as the season went along. And there was one other team in our area that, Hickson, you know, they had a tough year. But knowing Hickson, they'll find a way. They'll get it turned around, and we'll have some good football.
And so will like Saudi and places like that too. I mean, Saudi had a great season.
They did,
you know,
until they went to Cleveland there on that Thursday night game, and it just, it was Cleveland, but they played Bradley Central, And it's like, I'm standing there. It's like, am I watching this? Bradley Central
I'm standing here going the same thing. Am I really watching this on TV?
I mean, Bradley Central was a surprise. I mean, as much as Saudi played hard in the first part of the season, and then I get up there and watch that on a Thursday night and doing reports with you guys, and it's like, wow, this is not the Saudi team that we kept hearing about. But Saudi's always done well, so we've got a lot of good teams. I mean, there's a lot of teams, but there's a lot of good teams, and high school basketball, we are going to be getting into that here in the very near future here on the radio. And we've got some other announcements that we'll be making a little bit later on around the first of the year. And so it'll be a good time. But high school football doing well. Now, Whitwell.
I can't believe you're saying it correctly. It took you all year.
Yeah, I know. It took me 14 weeks.
But it's okay. There's a battle every day.
Okay, so we know Meigs County was in the playoffs, and I think they were playing Trousdale County, which an awesome team that they are. And I think Meigs County was coming in undefeated as well. They were one of the few teams, other than Whitwell, that might have been a little rough.
It was a little rough. But
I think Meigs County and Trousdale County was playing each other last night,
and Meigs lost to Trousdale 29-32.
Okay, now what other schools
we'll just do a rundown really quick. Okay, the easier way. Ravenwood, Whitehaven, these are all Middle Tennessee games. Ravenwood 24, Whitehaven 43, Springfield 14, Haywood 49, Stratford 14, Covington 20. That was an overtime. I actually listened to part of that game. It was actually a pretty good game too. Maryville lost to Oakland 38-0. Beach played Henry County. Henry County won over that game 13-7. And then another team we halfway followed, Knox Catholic, lost to Central in Knoxville as well, 24-19. Greenville, actually, I'm sorry. I'm getting like that. Greenville, Maplewood, Greenville 43 over Maplewood's 48.
They're generally a state championship contending team.
They are. Waverly played Peabody 35, Peabody, Waverly 21. So there was a lot of things that I didn't expect to go like this. That was one game that I didn't expect at all. I thought
Waverly?
I thought Waverly was actually going to do a little bit better than that. And Peabody
wanted it more.
Mm-hmm. So it sets it up for next Friday.
Yeah. So everything is up at Cookeville. I now know where Cookeville is after going to Opperman. Because you go up to Cookeville and make a left and go down the road a little ways, and you're at Opperman. Well, actually, Baxter, Tennessee.
Yep. Well, you had to get a little road trip through there, though. Highway 111 all the way up there is pretty scenic, real scenic.
Yeah,
very scenic.
And then you get to about Spencer and Sparta, and then you're getting back into civilization a little bit until you get to Cookeville, and then go down the road on 40 for a little bit, and then there's Baxter, and it's like going to the school there at Baxter, where Opperman is located at. It's like you really think you're going in to the countryside, just the way it is. But when you get on the campus, it's like huge mausoleums,
like a little university.
Yes, a little mini university. The middle school was what blown me away, and then and it's off to the left. The football stadium's up on the upper right, where you see all the lights. And then you look to the lower right, and then all of a sudden, this is like double the size of the middle school. And the middle school is like huge to begin with. So, I was like, are we in the right place? Because, all right, we're up halfway between Knoxville and Nashville. And it's like right there it is out in the middle of the corn pasture. And it's like, boy, they put some money into this place.
Oh, yeah, and there's a little bit of money in that area. So,
yeah.
But, at least ways for our Red Bank family, I'm glad Overman got beat.
Yeah, I am too. But, even if Upperman would have surprised and shocked and beat Alcoa, and Alcoa, our Upperman would have went on to the championship, it's like, well, that's who we lost to, the eventual state champion. But, they can't say that now. But if you don't play the good teams, you can't really have a fair and equitable saying, like, are we really good enough or not? So, it's just one of those things, but and then don't really get a whole lot of non-conference stuff with the schools that we have around here, but
no, not at all. And then on Sunday, the NASCAR championship wrapped up.
Yes.
You heard it live here on Nougat Radio.
Right.
Joey Logano is the 2018 champion.
But the 2017 champion, Martin Truex Jr., came in second. There for the longest time, because I was listening to it, because I was out running around and I'm listening to it, with MRN here on Nougat Radio, which we are, we found out that we're going to be having it for the next 3 years again.
Nice.
So
that renewed. Great.
We got that renewed last week. And listening to it, and I thought, well, Truex is going to get this 2 years in a row.
I thought so.
And it's like Logano he kept challenging, and just couldn't get around him. Or when they were going into the turns and everything, Truex kept cutting down to kind of cut that off, from Logano. And finally, and Harvick was trying to make things happen as well. I'm kind of gravitating, because since Mark Martin retired, I have not really had a true driver that I've rooted for. Ryan Blaney, because I know him and his family.
Knoxville boy.
Ryan Blaney?
Ryan Blaney or Knoxville?
No. He's from Ohio.
Who am I thinking of? Knoxville guy.
I don't know. But
I'll consult Google here in a minute.
But Ryan Blaney, his parents, they own Sharon Speedway up in, it's Sharon Speedway. It's Sharon, Pennsylvania, but the track is actually just over the line.
Trevor Blaine's from Knoxville.
Trevor Bain. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. You see my confusion.
Yes. Bain to Blaney. But anyway,
it's a B.
It's almost like Chattanooga to Rossville. It's just that close. And you actually can stand in PA and see the track over in Ohio, even though it's called Sharon Speedway. But the Blaney family owned that track. And, I've got to meet Ryan Blaney. He's a cool dude. He really is. And down to earth. And his whole family is like that. The only other family like that I could say would be the Jimmy Spencer and his family. His dad, Ed, owns a junkyard up in Berwick, PA, where I used to manage a radio station there. And I actually interviewed Jimmy at the Lycoming County Fair one year, and his sister is built like Nick Leffew, tall and broad. And it's like nobody got around his baby brother unless he is the enforcement. Did not need a gun, did not need a bat. Her arms, were like big. She could play football, and it would have been all
right. Traffic, news, and information. Nougat Radio. Digital FM 95.3 HD4 and 92.7 FM.
3, 2, 1.
Chatham, Nougat Radio. Digital FM 95.3 HD4, 92.7 FM's news now.
A plea deal was given to a man accused in a Craigslist case. Catoosa County former Marine Michael Hardy took that plea deal. Prosecutors say that Hardy responded to Craigslist ads to meet up with minors for sex. Mr. Hardy's defense attorney said that his client only did it because of his PTSD. The arrest was part of an FBI sting operation where agents would pose as girls online. Chattanooga police are looking for a driver after a hit and run on Vine Street in Orchard Knob. It happened on Thanksgiving Day. The driver of the car was taken to the hospital with minor injuries, but the driver of a truck sped away. Reports say cops were looking for a Dodge pickup truck with damage to its front. The crash was so bad that the victim's car was flipped over into a ditch. A former Coffee County Corrections officer is accused of assaulting an inmate he was supposed to oversee. Justin Taylor fired from the sheriff's office. The sheriff's office says there's no physical provocation. Russell Stroud, Nougat Radio News Talk 92.7 Action News now.
Sean Hannity, weekday afternoons from 3 to 6 p.m. on Nougat Radio 92.7 FM.
Nougat Radio 92.7. Nougat Radio, Chattanooga.
Expect a cloudy, foggy, and wet start to your Saturday, but it'll dry out through the day with decreasing afternoon clouds, highs upper 50s. Tonight, mostly clear, lows near 40. For Sunday, morning sunshine, mild highs near 65. Late clouds, a few showers tomorrow night, colder for Monday. For lunch or dinner, come to Guthrie's, home of the original golden fried delicious chicken finger with their special world famous sauce. Open daily, locations in Trenton, Signal Mountain, and Ringgold. Go get Guthrie's, it's always good. And I'm Sworn Gene 12 Chief Meteorologist, Max Report.
The Radio 92.7.
Your home is a constant work in progress. Repaint the walls? Yeah, easy enough. Leaky faucet? There's a video for that. But roof repair? You might want some help. That's where Chattanooga roofing contractors come in. They have 3 generations of roofing excellence you can count on. Leave the ladder in the garage. Go to chatroofing.com. That's chatroofing.com. For Chattanooga Roofing Contractors, a roofing company you can trust.
My ex recently hacked my email and my social media, and it really caused me some problems. I changed all my passwords, which helped, but I'm still getting trolled, maybe even stalked. I know it's him. I just can't prove it.
My business, well, it's been broken into twice already. I've got cameras, but that only helps after the fact. I'd rather prevent it from happening in the first place.
Unity One East is your solution to these and many other security concerns. With private investigation, security services, and backed by decades of real-life experience in military and law enforcement, Unity One East is your instant contact for security, investigation, and consultation to help protect you, your family, and your business. No 1-800 number, no red tape, no wait, because Unity One East is local and available 24/7. Reclaim your peace of mind. Call Unity One East, 475-6206, 475-6206.
Whether you have marginal, moderate, or even extensive hair loss, you don't have to live with it. Finally, there's a procedure that becomes a part of you, and it requires no daily maintenance or special care. Let Apollo Hair Systems give you a free hair and scalp analysis today. Call 423-803-1011 and schedule this free evaluation today. Open Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Friday and Saturday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Apollo Hair Systems, 5512 Ringgold Road in Chattanooga. 423-803-1011 for Apollo Hair Systems.
Life is complicated. The Salto Agency is simple. And that's something very good to know in a world where insurance decisions are all too complicated. Taylor Salto and his team at Farmers Insurance will work with you to identify the insurance coverage that best suits your needs and provide a custom tailored solution to your home, life, auto, or business insurance. At the Salto Agency, you can get all your insurance in one simple location. Let the Salto Agency provide peace of mind so that you know that you and your family will be cared for properly. Stop by their new office today.
WPLZ HD4 Ottawa, W224AZ Chattanooga.
Serving Chattanooga.
Broadcasting live from the center of the universe, the Tennessee Valley's most listened to news talk station.
Chattanooga Radio 92.7.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by ZipRecruiter.
I'm Gary Nunn. Small Business Saturday, sponsored by American Express, encourages consumers to shop and support local retailers and mom and pop shops. More than 3 out of 4 shoppers this year say they plan to do at least some of their holiday buying at a small, independently owned retailer. Reporter Bruce Marcus at one shop in the upper Midwest.
Kathy Holperin owns Grandma's Toy Box, a gift shop in northern Wisconsin. Holperin says stores like hers offer more personalized service than the big stores.
There are staff and owners that are right there to give advice on the best gift, which is huge at Christmas time.
And this shopper prefers small businesses to the big stores.
I don't even go to box stores. They're just too big. They all have the same kind of product.
Bruce Marcus for CBS News, Eagle River, Wisconsin.
A new report on climate change warns of impending weather extremes due to human activity.
Climate change is no longer a distant issue that matters only to future generations or to polar bears far away.
Climate scientist Catherine Hayhoe is one of the lead authors of the report.
Saying, oh, it's cold outside today, therefore the climate can't be changing over 20 to 30 years, is like saying, I'm standing on the deck of the Titanic, but the ship cannot be sinking because my end just went 200 feet up in the air.
The report was compiled by more than a dozen federal agencies mandated by Congress. The White House dismisses the report, saying it's based on the most extreme climate scenarios. The new homeless, thousands in California burned out of their houses by 2 weeks of catastrophic wildfires. CBS's Carter Evans.
The fire's out. I think what is happening now for all of these evacuees, now they're dealing with the fact that they've got to rebuild their lives and start from scratch. I spoke with a woman who's retired. She did not have insurance on her home. She's going to be able to get a FEMA loan, so she's not too worried, but she told me she's too old for this. She doesn't want to have to start all over again, but all she really left with was the clothes on her back.
Authorities in Birmingham are adjusting their focus in the investigation of a shooting yesterday at the River Chase Galleria Thanksgiving night. Police in the suburb of Hoover now believe the man they shot and killed as the lone shooter likely did not fire the rounds that wounded 2 people. 21-year-old Emantic Fitzgerald Bradford Jr. was killed. Now it's believed another gunman is now at large and could be responsible for injuring 2. Fuming over fuel taxes in France. Thousands of protesters converged today on the Champs-Élysées for a second weekend, angry over rising fuel costs and over President Macron's economic policies. This is CBS News.
ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. ZipRecruiter's technology finds qualified candidates for businesses of all sizes. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Hi, I'm Patty LaBelle with a helpful holiday tip. Make time with family even more special with the better taste and better nutrition of Eggland's Best. Eggland's Best eggs are the freshest and the best tasting eggs and can make your favorite holiday meals and desserts even better. Plus, they're packed with 6 times more vitamin D, 10 times more vitamin E, and 25% less saturated fat than ordinary eggs. That's why Eggland's Best are the only eggs good enough for my holiday table.
You gotta be so cold to make it in this world. Yeah, you're a natural, living your life cutthroat. You gotta be so cold. Yeah, you're a natural.
Alexa, play Imagine Dragons.
Okay.
'Cause you're a natural. I'm feeling hot as stone. You gotta be.
With Amazon Music, a voice is all you need. Get access to over 50 million songs. Download the Amazon Music app today.
A lawsuit filed following the summer sinking of a duck boat on the lake in southwest Missouri has been settled. CBS's Jim Crisula.
The company that owns the duck boat that sank during a severe storm in Table Rock Lake near Branson, Missouri in July has settled the first of several lawsuits filed in connection with the accident. 17 people were killed in the boat sinking, the 3 adult daughters of a couple who died while celebrating their 45th wedding anniversary, sued Ripley Entertainment. Settlement terms were not released. A federal grand jury indicted the duck boat captain on several charges earlier this month. Jim Crisula, CBS News.
It was the biggest drop in oil prices in 3 years. Down yesterday, 7.7%. Crude oil hovering right now above $50 a barrel. And that's affecting gasoline pump prices, which are continuing to trickle lower. Average nationwide for a gallon of unleaded regular is $2.56, down 2 cents from yesterday, according to the AAA. Gary Nunn, CBS News.
Are you more?
3, 2, 1.
Chattanooga Radio. Digital FM 95.3 HD4. 92.7 FM's news now.
A plea deal was given to a man accused in a Craigslist case. Catoosa County former Marine Michael Hardy took that plea deal. Prosecutors say that Hardy responded to Craigslist ads to meet up with minors for sex. Mr. Hardy's defense attorney said that his client only did it because of his PTSD. The arrest was part of an FBI sting operation where agents would pose as girls online. Chattanooga police are looking for a driver after a hit and run on Vine Street in Orchard Knob. It happened on Thanksgiving Day. The driver of the car was taken to the hospital with minor injuries, but the driver of a truck sped away. Reports say cops were looking for a Dodge pickup truck with damage to its front. The crash was so bad that the victim's car was flipped over into a ditch. A former Coffee County corrections officer is accused of assaulting an inmate he was supposed to oversee. Justin Taylor fired from the sheriff's office. The sheriff's office says there's no physical provocation. Russell Stroud, Nooga Radio News Talk 92.7 Action News now.
Chattanooga Morning News with Russ and Val. Weekdays from 6 to 9 a.m. on Nooga Radio 92.7 FM.
Nooga Radio, Chattanooga.
Expect a cloudy, foggy, and wet start to your Saturday, but it'll dry out through the day with decreasing afternoon clouds, highs upper 50s. Tonight, mostly clear, lows near 40. For Sunday, morning sunshine, mild highs near 65. Late clouds, a few showers tomorrow night, colder for Monday. For lunch or dinner, come to Guthrie's, home of the original golden fried delicious chicken finger with their special world famous sauce. Open daily, locations in Trenton, Signal Mountain, and Ringgold. Go get Guthrie's, it's always good. And I'm Sworn Gene 12 Chief Meteorologist at your core.
The radio 92.7. We just started a family and we're already planning for the future. Michael Levy has helped pave the way to keep our financial future on track. He's local, he knows us, and cares about what's important to us. Don't put your future on hold. Call Michael Levy, 779-7754.
Merry Christmas. Well, let's take a look at the naughty and nice list. Well, let's see here. There's Sonny, and there's Deb, and even Eddie made the list too. Well, let's look at the naughty list. Well, there's Billy and Greg.
If you think you're on the naughty list, stop by Rick Davis Gold and Diamonds and get 70% off select merchandise in the store. Rick Davis Gold and Diamonds, 5301 Brainerd Road, Chattanooga.
The radio 92.7.
River Radio 92.7. It just flew by. Even with 5 minutes of meetings, it still flew by. Glad to have you on. Phone lines are open 423-800-8949. 423-800-8949. Yeah. No. He needs a break once in a while. He'll be in here tomorrow. 11 to 1, I believe.
Oh,
did he give a best of request in or not?
No, I didn't receive any best of requests from anybody. So,
okay,
yeah, maybe the clutch with Sam Jordan tomorrow.
Oh, my phone will be turned off tomorrow. So, we want to remind you, join us later on today, beginning at 1:00 after the news with Small Business Saturday with Nooga Radio. We will be at Rick Davis Golden Diamonds, 5301 Brainerd Road from 1 to about 1:30. Then we'll be at Venture Sports Innovations located on the North Shore. You know what, Jason? I've only been here a little over a year. And I'm not a yuppie. I'm not a millennial. But I really love the way that the North Shore is laid out and all the diversity that is there. I mean, it's a very quaint, trendy area.
Yes.
I was trying to find the right adjective.
You hit the nail on the head. And if this is going to be a shameless plug, and it happens, but if you go to the River Street Deli, which is right there, Bruce Weiss, wonderful guy. There's actually a photo of the old North Shore, which shows Marcus Tree Bridge being redone and all that. Just a few, I can't remember the exact dates on it, but you're like, what? That road is there. Now it's over here and that building is here. What? So, but,
you're almost playing Twister.
You are. So it's amazing to see, and I didn't grow up in Chattanooga. I grew up an hour west out in Winchester, Tennessee, which is right on the cusp of the Chattanooga DMA.
Right.
And, so we would come to Chattanooga a little bit more than we would, anywhere else. Would go and just watching this town grow, in my 36 years. So,
yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's calling.
Look, what do you want? Are you there? But anyway, it's a very prosperous and growing area. So, join us there at 2:00. Then we'll be at Massage Envy at 3:00 for at Hamilton Place. Located over at the Hamilton Place Mall there, right across the hall from Rodizio's. Join us over there. I've had a massage there, and I'm telling you what, they've got some talented masseuses that can really give you a soft tissue or a deep tissue massage, and really you feel relaxed when you come out of there. They also do facials and all kinds of other stuff. Then at 4:00, we're going to be at Rico's Pizzeria, an Italian restaurant located on Dayton Pike on the north end of Soddy Daisy. And then hopefully I will get to enjoy some of Maria and Leah's great food.
Hush.
I mean, man.
I'm going to turn your mic off. Hush.
Christmas party last year at Rico's was awesome.
You're now off, Sam.
Then after that, we go to Massage Envy up in Hickson, and then we'll finish things up with Ohana's Hibachi and Seafood.
And, a lot of restaurant days.
Just two.
This is the perks. This is the perks of the job.
Yeah.
We get to eat like kings.
Yeah. Sometimes. Sometimes.
We do.
Speaking of eating at good places, Olive Branch Mediterranean restaurant down on Ringgold Road over in Eastridge. I'm telling you what, I didn't think I was going to like Mediterranean type cuisine.
That's good.
It's really good, especially their lemon pepper chicken.
Yes. And I
get that every time I go there.
I love meatball days. The meatballs.
I haven't had that.
Oh, yes. Here we are over drilling over food.
The one thing I will say about Chattanooga and the Tennessee Valley, I mean, it's a big area. I mean, we're in market 89 out of 300 markets in radio. But I tell you what, the one thing that I've noticed, there's a lot of different variety for eating.
Oh, yeah.
Around here. And
we know
they've got their own little unique nuances.
And we've even had, newer chain restaurants open up. We've had Jim and Nick's just open up. We've got the Cheesecake Factory, which is opening, which my wife is ecstatic for. That's all I've heard about since it's,
since they started building it.
And then too, Miller's Ale House just opened up not too long ago, about 3 or 4 months ago.
Yeah.
And now supposedly Dave & Buster's is in talks with coming to Chattanooga.
Oh, they're coming.
So
they're going in the old Sears location.
So, I mean, there we go. I mean, a lot of
Dave & Buster's is fun.
Yes. And Chattanooga is growing quickly.
I'll give you a quick story about Dave & Buster's.
Okay.
Beth and I, we had went up to Niagara Falls outside of Buffalo.
Did you roll the barrel over?
No.
You should.
We couldn't fit in it.
I'm talking about
or at least I couldn't. And so
we
afterwards,
do it. We won't anything happen to Beth.
No, we won't do that. But afterwards, when we got done over on Niagara, we decided to go get a bite to eat. So we went to Dave & Buster's up there. And, I will have a social drink, on occasion. I don't drink like I used to or anything. And so I didn't order any alcohol, but I got bourbon on ribs.
Ooh.
And they didn't burn it all off.
Ooh.
I'm 10 miles down the road on I-90
and you're like
heading back to Erie, and I had to pull off because I used to be a state constable for 16 years, which is like a state trooper here. And we didn't do traffic. I mean, we could if we needed to, if it was egregious enough, but I felt that I was under the influence that I could not operate the vehicle properly. And I pulled off, and Beth's saying, "What's wrong?" It's like, I'm DUI here.
I'm a little soft.
Yeah. And it's like, huh? You didn't drink anything. It's like, no, I didn't. But the bourbon evidently didn't get burned off on the barbecue ribs that I had ordered. I mean, they were great. And it's like 10 miles down the road, I had to pull off. And so she drove the rest of the way. And it was like, never had that issue before. But normally, I mean, you don't have that issue. But they evidently had a little bit too much bourbon on there. And
well, it happens. It's a good thing to happen.
So, yeah. But Dave & Buster's is just fun. It's like a Chuck E. Cheese. And
it's a Chuck E. Cheese for adults, minus all the pizza.
True. Sometimes pizza is just a little bit too much.
Mm-hmm.
But
and you don't have all the screaming.
I don't mind that because, I mean, I've had 6 boys. I've got 12 grandkids now, and it's like, I still got 2 kids that haven't even went down that path yet. But and I love working with kids. I mean, from the littlest tots all the way up to high school level, because I've been a youth minister, and I've also been an athletic coach and also an athletic director. So I love working with kids, and so that doesn't bother me too much, even as I'm getting older in my 50s and stuff. I still, love high school sports. I mean, it's just in Little League baseball and Babe Ruth baseball, I've been an umpire as well, and umpired at the Little League World Series.
Well, look at you.
I enjoy that. I mean, and whenever there's a sporting event, trying to get back into we're talking about
We have
sports.
totally derailed this whole show.
Yeah.
Sorry, Nick.
Yeah. That's what you get for going to Atlanta.
And Keon's normally our anchor that pulls us back. And
yeah, I know.
You know, he just called. He's okay. He's okay.
He's alive.
Jay had surgery on her knee, so he's been taking care of her.
That's a good gentleman.
But he did say, "Well, I meant to
get well soon, Jay." By the way,
yes. But he did say, "I meant to text you." I'm like, "Oh, well, at least you're alive, and that's all that matters."
No, Jay's an awesome girl. And get better soon, Jay. But anyway, it's like Beth and I were talking about this the other day, and with some of my nephews and stuff there for Thanksgiving. And it's like, you know, they were saying about, you know, when we did the Trump thing down at McKenzie and stuff, and
that was fun.
We get to meet a lot of prestigious people, and it's like, yeah. And so my one nephew asked me, you know, he's like, what do you like best when you cover ball games and stuff? And it's like, I love going to games, but I don't want to sit there and watch it. I want to be working it, you know, calling the play-by-play or even the color analyst stuff.
When you go as a spectator, do you sit there and call it to yourself?
Well, you and we went up to the Blitz game here recently together, and it's like, you know, my son couldn't make it in from Phoenix.
That was a fun game too. That was great.
It was. And it's like, you know, you're really into it. I mean,
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
When it comes to the Preds, the only thing that you were told, Kimberly says, make sure you bring me back a souvenir.
And what I did?
And you did. You delivered, and things were good on the Kirk home front. But anyway, it's like, I don't mind watching it, but I just feel like if I'm not doing something, I feel like I'm cheating somebody.
Right. But that was a good game, though. I mean, we got to see PK, and then we got to see Malcolm in goal for the Knights.
Right.
So, you know, brother and brother. So that made that game a heck of a lot better to me, just seeing the two brothers on the ice playing each other.
And then seeing, Malcolm trying to score on Big Brother, you know, that was fun. I mean, there's only a couple of brother combinations, I think, in the NHL right now.
And, you know, we were talking at the game. There's actually 3 Subans in the NHL or the Development League. There's, of course, PK, which we all know PK. Then Malcolm, which is the goaltender for the Knights.
Right.
And then Jordan, which is another defenseman. I can't remember which of the minor teams he's playing for.
We talked about it.
And I can't remember off the top of my head. So there's the 3 Subans in the NHL or the development, you know, or attached to the NHL.
Right.
So that's pretty cool for that family, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, it would be neat if the junior one of the bunch
became a defenseman
in the AHL or whatever division he's in, pardon me, could get on the Vegas team or even with Nashville. And then that way they could all play against each other.
Well, that's cool.
You know, that would be cool.
You say Toronto Marlies?
All right, that's an AHL team.
Yep, AHL. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's on their contract for the Maple Leafs.
Oh, okay. You know, that's one thing, and I've said about this with Nick, and I may have said about, you know, with you. I think Chattanooga is big enough that it could sustain having a hockey team. I think that if there was a way of having ice at the Roundhouse, and I know that they have, because when they have Disney on Ice come to town, it's possible. I don't know if it would sustain holding a NHL regulation size sheet of ice, but I think Chattanooga could have a hockey team, whether it's junior hockey or maybe even on the AHL or ECHL level,
but you know,
or SPHL.
It's amazing how, excluding that Atlanta can never hold an NHL team. I don't know why, but they can't. But as far as the South, you know, a lot of people were saying Nashville will never do that great with the NHL. When the Predators came to town, that team has been a staple for Nashville. You know, I used to work in Smyrna, which is just right outside of Nashville. And, you know, we would be all excited at work about going to a Preds game, more so than we would be a Titans game.
Right.
So, you know, hockey survived in Nashville.
Actually, the Preds are more followed heartily than the Titans.
Yeah, and they're followed heavily here. I mean, the amount of Predators license plates I see, or, you know, just being out and about somewhere at a restaurant, and you see the amount of people watching the game. You're like, really? We have that big of a following here
Yeah, I mean, the various times that I've went and caught a Preds game over the last couple of years, and people from Chattanooga that would be there, it's like, there's a lot of people going up I-24.
That's right.
And it's like, you're usually done with the game by 10 o'clock, and it's a 2-hour drive back, maybe 2.5 after you get out of downtown.
Well, we lollygag back too. We stopped at the Speedway, which is apparently our favorite place to stop. And then,
and it's like, you get back, it's around 1:30 because you gain an hour when you come back. But I tell you what, I mean, it's still a fun time. And I mean, they make it an event when you go there.
They really do. And if you ever had a curiosity, and this is just for the listeners, if you've ever had just a curiosity about going to see a hockey game, go. Get the nosebleed seats aren't that bad at Bridgestone.
No.
You can see a lot. So, buy some tickets, buy some Upper Bowl tickets, so that way you don't have to incur the big expense up front, and see what it's about.
Yeah,
I guarantee
not
you'll
a
go
bad
back.
seat in that
Guarantee
place.
you'll go back.
Yeah, and it's like,
and if you buy season tickets, you can give them to me.
Yes,
yeah,
or call me.
That's right.
423-497-2407. Operators are standing by.
Operator is standing by.
Yes, but but I really truly believe, I don't know if there's other people that think like that here in the Chattanooga area, but it will be some investment up front. But I tell you what, even if it was at the Roundhouse that holds between 11 to 15,000 people, I think that it would be something that would be followed immensely.
Oh yeah.
And even though we have the lookouts, which always does well, we've got
now.
Well, did the CFC finally decide to go professional?
Semi-professional soccer teams.
Right.
I don't know.
And then we've got the new Chattanooga Red Wolves, which is the pro soccer team of the USL Division 1 or something like that. We got the Chattanooga Eagles. We've got the Chattanooga or Tennessee Cobras that are over in East Ridge, Dalton Danger. We've got a lot of semi-pro or professional teams that are in the area and everything. And, we've got a lot to offer besides all the outdoors that are going. Chattanooga Track Club, I'm just, I'm really enthused with how much that they do. Then we've got the marathons, the Ironman competition that goes on.
Chattanooga is more sports centric than you think it is.
Right.
Which is hard to believe, but not hard to believe.
True. I'm just waiting for the day that we see a hockey team here in town, and maybe even a basketball semi-pro or
Jackie Moon.
Yes. Tropics. So what is that?
Oh goodness, let's get tropical. Oh goodness,
Fort something.
Oh, what was the name of that movie?
I forget. I'm surprised someone hasn't called in quick. Just save us.
Nah, they're all laughing at us right now.
Yeah,
but yeah,
that was the only funny movie I really like of Will Ferrell, other than Elf.
Step Brothers.
All right, I might give you a little bit on that.
And Talladega Nights wasn't bad.
Talladega Nights, yeah, it was pretty good. John Riley.
John C. Riley.
Yeah. I think he made that movie.
He did. And if you don't know, John C. Riley was also in Days of Thunder.
Really?
Yep.
It's been a while since I've seen that, but
which is kind of weird. It kind of comes full circle with him being in Talladega Nights. And
then, I just can't see Tom Cruise being in a racing movie.
You mean John?
No, I mean Tom Cruise was in.
Oh yeah,
Days of Thunder.
Which aren't they thinking about a reboot for the Days of Thunder?
Yes, they are, and hopefully it's not Tom Cruise.
Restrictor plates.
Yeah. Anyway,
moving to NASCAR though.
Yes.
As we know, Joey Logano won the championship.
Yeah, we didn't get to finish that.
That's what I'm here for, Sam, to keep you on track.
I know.
And then Martin Truex, second place this year.
Yes.
Unfortunately, though, his team is folding up. There is no more front row racing.
Well, he's going. Yeah, front row. Barney Visser decided to hang it up, and he is now going to be a part of Stuart Haas. And
so we'll see more big things out of Martin Truex.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of disappointed that we're seeing drivers shift and everything from team to team, but that's just part of the sport. I mean, it's no different than the NFL or with Major League Baseball or the NBA.
And even like Matt Benedetto.
Yeah, something. I actually interviewed him on my show.
He's upgrading to a new rod this year.
Yes.
And I think he'll be a little strong player.
Yeah.
He's talented, but those small teams he's raced for just haven't had the money to put in a better car. So,
and I'm just waiting for Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s racing team, JR Motorsports, to kind of take that next step. I mean, they're in the Xfinity series right now, that second tier of the NASCAR.
Is Teresa
family
still fielding cars, or is she done?
She's been done for a while.
So
and
sense.
Junior is the only one in the Earnhardts that actually has their own team, JR Motorsports.
Right,
and Jeffrey was racing for the mom, but I think he was with somebody else, and he got cut just before the end of the NASCAR season, because he was actually racing some of the Monster Energy Series races.
Now that's Carrie's grandkid, Jeffrey, right?
Carrie is the grandson of Dale Earnhardt Sr.
Okay.
So
I was trying to remember how Jeffrey falls into the family tree.
Yeah, I think that would be Carrie's son. Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
But NASCAR will be back mid-February with the Weeks of Daytona.
Yep.
And
then we've got Atlanta right behind it, which it's just right down the road from us.
And I can't wait for that. And also Talladega and Bristol. I want to go to Bristol because every time that
I tell you, if you've never been,
every time that I go up to Pennsylvania, I go past the exit for Bristol, and it's like, it's so close. And it's like, I really want to go there. It's not that far away, a little over 2 hours, but we have more to talk about.
We do.
Final segment coming up.
Segment flew by too, like a break here.
Yeah.
So we'll talk more
Traffic, news, and information. Nuga Radio. Digital FM 95.3 HD4 and 92.7 FM. 3, 2, 1. Chatta, Nuga Radio. Digital FM 95.3 HD4. 92.7 FM's news now.
The Tri-County Fire Department responding to a fire at an apartment building in Collegedale on Thanksgiving. Reports say a microwave oven burst into flames on the third floor of the apartment building. Thankfully, nobody was hurt. Definitely not the best way to start a Thanksgiving. Thousands of people turned out for the Grateful Gobbler Walk Run, the annual event Thanksgiving morning in Coolidge Park. Race co-director Betsy McCray told WTVC that all proceeds go toward the McClellan Shelter for Families, which provides meals and job training to homeless families. The yearly goal of the event is to raise more than $200,000. And Judge Barry Steelman says voter turnout was unprecedented in the midterms. Says over 130,000 people showed up to vote in Hamilton County for the early vote and over 190,000 the day of voting. Steelman said his office had a supply of extra ballots just in case the county ran out. Val St. John for Nuga Radio News Talk 92.7 Action News now.
David Toulis, I made the move 1 o'clock every weekday afternoon, 1 till 3, Nuga Radio.
92.7 Nuga Radio, Chattanooga weather.
Expect a cloudy, foggy, and wet start to your Saturday, but it'll dry out through the day with decreasing afternoon clouds, highs upper 50s. Tonight, mostly clear, lows near 40. For Sunday, morning sunshine, mild highs near 65. Late clouds, a few showers tomorrow night, colder for Monday. For lunch or dinner, come to Guthrie's. Home of the original golden fried delicious chicken finger with their special world famous sauce. Open daily. Locations in Trenton, Signal Mountain, and Ringgold. Go get Guthrie's. It's always good. And I'm Sworn Gene 12 Chief Meteorologist Max Report.
Nuga Radio 92.7.
Whether you have marginal, moderate, or even extensive hair loss, you don't have to live with it. Finally, there's a procedure that becomes a part of you, and it requires no daily maintenance or special care. Let Apollo Hair Systems give you a free hair and scalp analysis today. Call 423-803-1011 and schedule this free evaluation today. Open Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Friday and Saturday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Apollo Hair Systems, 5512 Ringgold Road in Chattanooga. 423-803-1011 for Apollo Hair Systems.
Even if you like your job, there are some things that can drive you nuts, like the anonymous coward who steals your lunch from the break room fridge, or maybe Tyler, the IT guy, who gives you that condescending look when you tell him that your computer is acting up again, as if somehow it's your fault. You put up with these clowns every single day. But what happens when you've had enough? That's the day you decide to retire. At least that's the hope, right? But will you be able to retire? Can you afford to retire? That's why you need to talk to Ron and Christy Adams at One Family Financial. They can't do anything about Cody, that moron who heats up fish in the microwave, but they can strategize with you on how to get the most out of your 401k or pension, how to grow your money without losing your shirt in the market, and how to help make your money last in retirement. Talk to Ron and Christy today about whether you'll be ready to retire when you finally had it with seeing Ethan walk out of the bathroom again without washing his hands. Gross. Call Ron and Christy Adams at One Family Financial, 423-710-2009, 423-710-2009.
Nuga Radio. Roar into Talladega.
Hello? Who am I speaking with? Eric, you're our winner. Really?
You'll receive tickets for all 3 races between the Camping World Truck Series, Xfinity Series, and the Monster Energy Cup races.
Holy cow.
In addition, you'll receive a 2-night stay at the Microtel Hotel and restaurant accommodations at 2 area restaurants.
Nuga Radio.
Roar into Talladega.
Nuga Radio.
92.7.
Your NASCAR racing station. Nuga Radio 92.7 FM.
Nuga Radio 92.7.
Listen to that. That's the sound of power and the call of the open road. That's the sound of the newly designed 2019 Indian Chieftain Limited. Yeah, Indian. It's more than a bike. It's an experience and an American icon. The place to find it, Indian Motorcycle of Chattanooga, along with their entire new 2019 line. The open road is calling. Answer the call. Go to Indian Motorcycle of Chattanooga. Just look for the sign on 153 and Amnicola. Indian Motorcycle, the true American original.
Nuga Radio, digital FM 95.3 HD4 and 92.7 FM knows your opinion is important. So call 800-8949. Agree or disagree? Call 423-800-8949. 800-8949. Nuga Radio, 92.7 FM and 95.3 HD4. News Talk Nuga Radio.
Martin Truex Jr. is off the pace and he is headed to the pit lane. Elliott Powers around the outside. Michael McDowell pops a right front tire. Here's Martin Truex to the bottom. Blaney blocks him off too. Meanwhile, Chase Elliott went 4 wide on the back straightaway. They're side by side for the lead.
Hear it live on Chattanooga's official NASCAR radio station.
Nuga Radio, 92.7 FM, 95.3 HD4.
The voice of NASCAR.
Nuga Radio.
Are you brain dead? Still voting for pathetic liberals? Take 3 hours of Sean Hannity from 3 to 6.
Nuga Radio.
Then call us in the morning between 9 and 11.
92.7.
Nuga Radio.
Back with Blitz.
Great Nick was listening.
I'm not trying to brown nose here.
Don't blow his head up.
No,
he won't be
no,
able to
no,
get in
no.
the door.
He's very smart, intelligent, sports-oriented type of an individual, but yeah, he deserves to have a break.
You hear that? We're saying
you need to have one here before long because you've really been working hard.
Well, I did go on the cruise back in October.
Oh, that is true. So,
I was gone I was in the Bahamas for a week.
Yes, I know. It was quiet around here. I didn't have anybody to chat with. Russell was off playing video games, or him and
Val?
Mama Bear back in the back,
Val.
doing their news.
Yeah.
Val. Gator Val,
that's right.
But hey, don't forget, coming up here after this show here, we've got Scott and Michelle Schrader with We Got You Covered Radio.
I think it's just Scott. Scott just called.
Oh,
it's just
okay.
Scott.
Michelle.
Turkey coma.
Michelle is probably under the
turkey
covers and turkeyed out.
Probably. Turkey coma.
She's sending her turkey in to do the show.
So you get 2 more hours of me. Scott and myself are going to do his together. So,
okay.
Yay.
You know what? And this is kind of
yay for the listener.
A little seamless transition here. But you know what? this is the time of year where you ought to be planning to build that man cave.
Okay.
Or having it in place.
I'm listening.
Yes. Because when I was at my sister's, her one son that was there, and he says, you know what? We've got this garage we've enclosed in. He says, that would make a great man cave, but just haven't been able to convince mom yet to change it over and everything. And it's like, you know what? Just do it. Don't let mom pay for it. Just do it and make it look decent. I had a man cave in my upper garage upstairs, and I had 5 couches and 3 big screen TVs. And then we took an area and made an extra bedroom in case someone couldn't leave of their own accord, and was under the weather. And it's like, a man cave, getting a nice sound system in there, audio, video sound system, and just decking it out in your favorite Dallas Cowboys gear and
Dallas Cowboys gear
and St. Louis Cardinals baseball.
Right.
And
you're weird.
Yeah. And my Penn State and Nittany Lions.
Well, today is
moving right along.
Right. I'm just done with you. Today is almost the last week of college football.
Yeah. At least until mid-December.
At least until we get to the playoffs.
And then we get the bowl games.
That's right.
Is Tennessee going to make it?
They got to win one more.
Yeah, in order to be bowl eligible. They have to win one more.
No.
They could have done it last week.
They could have done it last week, but Missouri.
They thought otherwise.
Yep.
That would have been a huge upset.
Would have been.
It would have been. But Vanderbilt today, and it's at
Vandy. So it's in Nashville. It's on West End. So
okay.
The over under of that is -3. So Vanderbilt.
Ooh. Wow.
By 3.
Well, they should not have lost to Vanderbilt last year, especially in Knoxville. But, the uncertainty that was running rampant in Knoxville.
Yeah. Well, they were without the coach next time.
Yeah.
Butch was poop. Butch was already gone. So
and
I ain't
Brady,
paying $1, kiss my butt.
When they named Brady Hoke as the interim head coach, I thought, well, he was good at Michigan, hadn't done anything in a while, and it's like, this could go a lot of different ways. But go Vols. I'm not going to go against the Nick Leffew thing.
But it should be a good game. I mean, Vandy put up a
at
good
least
fight.
it's not Alabama or Auburn or Georgia or Clemson that they're playing, or South Carolina. Hopefully the Vols can make it to a bowl game. From what I read, it looks like it might be the Fiesta Bowl if they can win today's game.
Did you watch Vandy last week against Mississippi?
Yeah, I did. I caught a little bit of that. Vanderbilt was actually pretty decent.
I caught the end of it, and my goodness, that was a great, it was overtime.
Yeah.
It was great. Derek Mason's a hell of a coach.
Yeah. He's unbelievable. And he, they haven't really enjoyed success there since James Franklin, who left Vanderbilt to go to Penn State, which now talks are he may be leaving Penn State and taking the USC coaching job.
And speaking of other people, Les Miles is now in Kansas.
Yes, well, that's kind of predictable because the AD at Kansas used to be the AD at Arkansas, and before that he was up at Michigan, and that's where him and Les Miles were together back in the early 90s, I guess. And
that's good for Les, though. I like
he's got a winning record. He has not had too many seasons where he was not above 500. And I don't know all the particulars on why he left LSU, but
it happens. It's coaching in the SEC. And then I don't know if you saw this, but Les Miles' son plays for North Carolina.
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
He does. And last weekend was his first game. Threw a touchdown on his first play.
Oh, he is the quarterback. Okay.
So
I'm sure Daddy was proud.
Well, I was proud. I'm a Les Miles fanboy. So
okay,
I treat Les Miles the same way Nick treats Lane Kiffin.
Yeah,
so.
Lane Kiffin. Oh, the Kiffin boys, Monty and Lane, and I forget what the other one's name is, which try to forget altogether. And then I was kind of ecstatic to see that the motorcycle riding coach who got canned at Arkansas and he went over to Louisville, lost his job.
Mm-hmm.
Bobby Petrino.
Yep.
I don't know whether he's done.
I saw Petrino coming though.
Yeah, well, he ran out of the players that he had when he came in there, pretty much, and that's pretty much similar to what Butch Jones encountered, and everybody finally figured out this was a fake.
Another big
Have we
game.
heard whether or not he's got the Maryland job, or
I've not heard.
Getting any closer?
I've not heard.
Yeah. Maryland's got to have a better choice than Butch Jones.
Yeah,
seriously,
really. Another big game today, 12 o'clock, Michigan and Ohio State.
I'm rooting for Michigan all the way.
All the way. Somebody get the cardiologist on standby, please, and make sure the ambulance is in the parking lot.
And I'm wondering whether Ohio State Athletic Department's got the next coach in waiting, because it will be a heart issue.
Well, no,
like
it's not a heart issue anymore. He's got a tumor, but not a real tumor. But he's now saying his tumor is giving him problems.
Okay.
I don't know if you saw last weekend where they played last weekend. He was on the sidelines on his knees, hands on his knees, like he was just in all sorts of pain. And then when they squeaked out the win, though, he was all better magically.
Yeah.
So he got touched. There was a touching feeling there, which made him feel better after the game.
Yeah, a lot of hallelujahs going on.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But in that game, Michigan's favored, I believe.
Michigan.
I can never figure out how to read these plus minuses here. It's a plus at Ohio State.
Yeah.
So I think Michigan's favored.
Yeah. Well,
at least that's by me.
I got a bunch of friends that are Michigan Wolverine fans from Pennsylvania and also Michigan and Louisiana, and they're saying like, go, Michigan. And it's like, you know what? I'm going to root for them because I cannot stand Ohio State. They are them in Alabama. I like Alabama. Now I know you're a Bama fan. I grew up watching Bear Bryant. I love that man. I mean, I rooted for Alabama just as hard as I did for the Razorbacks. And it's like,
well, you can't go wrong with red of some form and fashion.
No. And it's like, but Ohio State just
minus Ohio State.
They are like New England Patriots to me.
They are.
And Alabama's getting to be like that.
Yeah, and I give Nick, I joke around with Nick all the time about the fan base, but Tennessee or Alabama's fan base is getting just real crappy.
Yeah.
And Ohio's fan base though sucks. Just like Florida's. But the Alabama fan base, and being a part of that fan base, I can see it's just starting to turn to crap.
Yeah.
Which, it's crap.
But it's like anybody but the Buckeyes. I mean, literally.
So you're like I am with Kentucky. You'll take the elements: earth, wind, fire, rain, sprinkler head.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kentucky, I'll even root for in basketball.
Basketball, yes.
Yeah, Wildcats.
And then down in the great state of Florida and Florida State.
Is a great state?
Okay, down in Florida. That state down south, where the mouse lives. Florida takes on Florida State. As we know, Florida should take care of business on that one.
They should. Florida State, they're kind of iffy on depending on what team shows up, but they will make it interesting, I think. But Florida should win. Hayden, you'll be happy to know that.
Florida should, unfortunately.
So
if no team could win that game, that would be the game I'd want to see.
But the Iron Bowl, I think, is going to be the game that everybody's going to be watching or listening to.
I'm going to be in.
Yeah.
Georgia Tech and Georgia today at in between the hedges.
This should be the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, Georgia Tech going to beat you on drugs over there. What have you been smoking during the break, Sam? Georgia's the 15-point favorite on that game.
I'm sure they are. 15, it may not be enough. They might be more like 45 or 50.
Well, they've got the score actually at 59.5.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Over. Yeah, they got the over at 59.5. So
Georgia Tech used to have a decent football team.
They did.
I mean, I can remember back in the 80s when I was going to college. But it's like, Georgia, Kirby Smart, just they take care of business. Mark Richt probably wishes he never left Georgia.
Kirby Smart does take care of business. You know, that team is getting better and better and better. They're going to be another contender this year. And Well, as we see, they were contender this year, but when they get to Atlanta, that's going to be the test. Are they going to be able to beat Bama? And the way Bama's been playing this year, yes and no. Because if you look at last weekend, how Alabama started out against the Citadel.
Yeah.
The Citadel. It was tied 10 all.
That's a team that plays the Mocs.
Right. It was tied 10 all going into halftime.
Yeah.
And then Alabama got their heads out of their back end and finished it out like they should have.
Yeah.
But if that team comes in even today against Auburn, there's a good chance Auburn can walk away with that if that slow offense and slow Alabama team starts today.
I really hope Auburn wins.
And, you're doing a remote at 3 and 4. If that happens,
I better be getting some score updates.
I'm just going to turn you off.
Yeah.
Sam Jordan. Oh, click and be done.
Yeah. Well, don't say that.
Hopefully that Alabama pulls that win out.
The 4 o'clock hour, I can see you doing that because I'll be at Rico's.
Yes. Well,
Yeah. Talking about food.
I don't like you anymore.
Yeah.
In that game, though, there's a 52.5 point overall. And then Alabama, 24.5 point favorites in that game.
And my Razorbacks, well, they didn't do that great against Missouri yesterday. So,
no, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And then right up the road, Middle Tennessee takes on University of Alabama at Birmingham.
I'd say Middle Tennessee.
Middle Tennessee's favored by 3 points.
They ought to do better than that.
I would think so. MTSU's had a great season.
Oh, while we're talking college football and we're mentioning Tennessee, news coming out of Chattanooga where Coach Tom Arth let go of his offensive coordinator and a couple other assistants.
Yes, 3 were let go of.
Yes. He felt that the offense should have been scoring a lot better than they were.
Well, rumor has it you've put your name in the running.
I might do the running, but I'm not going to be in the running.
Wait, you running? Come on. It's like me saying I'm going to run. I'll run.
You don't know how good I can run.
I'll run to the
I used to, when I was a Pennsylvania constable, we had to be able to do a 5-minute mile.
Well, I'm sure you were also a little bit smaller back then, too.
No, I have only not been one for 3 years.
Oh, well.
So, I mean, I can get the yabba dabba doo feet moving pretty good there. I actually, if you go on Facebook or YouTube and punch up Sam Jordan and Erie Explosion, I raced one of the guys and I beat him. A professional football team player.
Well,
and I beat them running from end zone to end zone. Now that's 50 yards.
Now you say that, and I don't have a way to put the drops in. But you tell me that next weekend, be here, and we will break down Sam Jordan out running.
Because the other guy, the carpet inside Erie Insurance. No, it wasn't at Erie. It was in Indiana. We were doing a game over there, and we were just killing time because we got there early and everything off the bus. And we went in there. They didn't have the carpet stretched out, and he tripped over the carpet and went barrel forward. And it's like I'm like 5 yards ahead of him, and it was like that was fun. Everybody on that team never forgot that.
You only won because of a technical difficulty.
Yeah, but we're talking someone that knows how to run.
I don't care.
A lot better than me.
I don't care.
Thinner than me.
You won on a technical.
Yeah, well, still.
Now the truth comes out.
But that's all right. I enjoyed it. Used to, when I was a kid growing up, I ran hurdles, intermediate high hurdles.
Uh-huh.
And the way that I practiced was jumping the 5-foot chain link fence at my house.
I did stuff like that too when I was much younger.
And that's what helped me be good because the hurdles were usually about 3 foot tall. Mm-hmm. And if I could jump a 5-foot fence, we could take care of the 3-foot hurdle. Yeah.
Kentucky travels to Louisville.
That Kentucky will take care of that.
Yeah, it's at the that's the 7 o'clock.
I don't even know who's replaced Petrino even on the interim level.
I haven't even followed that.
They probably don't even know either.
I'm sure Nick was here or Keon was here.
They rattle that right off.
Yeah. I'd have to consult Google and whoever. It's somebody.
But you know what? Here coming up after 10 o'clock, we've got you covered with Scott Schrader.
Yes, Scott will be here. He just called and said he was on his way.
Yes.
And
don't forget, coming up later at 1:00, we've got Small Business Saturday.
You're trying to wrap this up and we're not even done.
Oh, I know. I'm just trying to get everybody in the know.
Okay.
So that they listen.
Well, then we've also
in between that, Mortgage Sense with Kevin
Yep.
and Beth. And then we'll have the drops and everything with Small Business Saturday from Rick Davis Gold and Diamonds, Adventure Sports Innovations, Massage Envy, Rico's Italian, and
here he goes,
Pizza
talking about
Restaurant,
food.
Ohana Hibachi.
Here he goes, talking about more food.
And seafood. Boy, I won't need supper tonight.
Beth, you heard that. Don't cook for it.
She won't be home anyway.
Okay. I was going to say, Beth, don't cook for
She'll be working.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
So, and I will be too. So Chance is on his own again.
He was a well-behaved dog.
Oh, I meant for him to be that way.
He was good.
Having that pit bull boxer, and everybody's thinking the pit bull, is
he was just
mean,
a big baby.
Ferocious. Yeah.
He's just a big baby.
His rear end moves faster than the rest of him.
That tail's quick.
Yes.
He'll beat you to death
vicious
with it.
too.
He'll beat you to death with it.
Oh, the one time, and I'm not going to be crude when I say this, I fell asleep in the easy chair watching TV one night, 3:30 in the morning. That dog, because when I raised him, was a lap dog, and he jumped right up and landed right where it counted. And I woke up almost in the ceiling.
And for you people that don't know Chance, he's not a small dog.
No, he's about 55, 60 pounds.
He's heavy.
Yeah.
He jumped up on me once and I felt it. I was like, whoa, hey, buddy.
Yeah.
Stay back down.
And then he just laid right down beside me like it was nothing. And it's like, oh, it was more than nothing.
A couple things, though, to get to before we get out of here, Sam.
Yeah.
Phil Nicholson and Tiger Woods did their thing yesterday.
Yeah.
It went into sudden death, 4 holes. Nicholson won by 1.
Wow.
So
there was a lot on the line on that.
$9 million.
But wasn't a lot of that being donated?
Donated to charity.
Yeah. And that's fine. I mean,
and there was some side bets and stuff.
Not that they need to.
Not that they don't have the money.
I heard the other day, I think Val was playing this on one of her drops on the news, that Mickelson challenged Tiger $100,000 about making a hole in one. I don't know whether he did that or not.
He didn't, and it was a little bit more than that. And it was on one of the, I think, the first holes, and Tiger won that one. It's like 340,000 or some astronomical number. That's like you and I betting over 34 cents here. But
what sense?
Mortgage Sense comes at 12.
Yes,
that's about the only sense we have around here. South Carolina does go to Clemson. Clemson should win that game, no problem at all.
Yeah. I don't know. Now
they're a 26-point favorite.
South Carolina's not that bad.
Well,
I think they're going to make that a little more interesting than what they're prognosticating.
And then LSU and Texas A&M. That should be a good game.
LSU.
LSU is number 7. A&M is 22 in the rank in the standings. That's only going to be a 3-point game, though, according to CBS Sportsline.
I think LSU is going to win by a couple TDs, not just 3 points.
You would think so.
Yeah.
And then another just notable games: Utah State, Boise State tonight.
I love Boise State's field.
Yeah.
Blue. Yeah. I'm waiting for a school like Tennessee to have an orange field.
Oh. You've got just a couple seconds.
What is it that's going to take Arkansas to get winning teams?
Here he goes.
And what is it that they don't have a professional team in Arkansas? I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, they do. Yes, they do. They have the AA Arkansas Travelers, a farm club of the Los Angeles Angels. Then they also have a minor league team up in Northwest Arkansas called the Northwest Arkansas Naturals.
Look at it. He knows his Arkansas.
And they used to have a hockey team called the Arkansas River Blades that they played in Verizon Arena there in North Carolina. So, Scott Strider's next.
That's right.
Traffic, news, and information. Nuga Radio. Digital FM 95.3 HD4 and 92.7 FM.
3, 2, 1.
Chatter. Nuga Radio. Digital FM 95.3 HD4. 92.7 FM's news now.
A plea deal was given to a man accused in a Craigslist case. Catoosa County former Marine Michael Hardy took that plea deal. Prosecutors say that Hardy responded to Craigslist ads to meet up with minors for sex. Mr. Hardy's defense attorney said that his client only did it because of his PTSD. The arrest was part of an FBI sting operation where agents would pose as girls online. Chattanooga police are looking for a driver after a hit and run on Vine Street in Orchard Knob. It happened on Thanksgiving Day. The driver of the car was taken to the hospital with minor injuries, but the driver of a truck sped away. Reports say cops were looking for a Dodge pickup truck with damage to its front. The crash was so bad that the victim's car was flipped over into a ditch. A former Coffee County corrections officer is accused of assaulting an inmate he was supposed to oversee. Justin Taylor fired from the sheriff's office. The sheriff's office says there's no physical provocation. Russell Stroud, Nuga Radio News Talk 92.7 Action News now.
Sean Hannity, weekday afternoons from 3 to 6 p.m. on Nuga Radio 92.7 FM.
Nuga Radio 92.7. Nuga Radio, Chattanooga weather.
Expect a cloudy, foggy, and wet start to your Saturday, but it'll dry out through the day with decreasing afternoon cloud, highs upper 50s. Tonight, mostly clear, lows near 40. For Sunday, morning sunshine, mild highs near 65. Late clouds, a few showers tomorrow night, colder for Monday. For lunch or dinner, come to Guthrie's, home of the original golden fried delicious chicken finger with their special world famous sauce. Open daily, locations in Trenton, Signal Mountain, and Ringgold. Go get Guthrie's, it's always good. And I'm Sworn Gene 12 Chief Meteorologist.